This is the Marvel Legends UK official review of the Wolverine Ultimate Rider, aka Patch. Let's do it. So we finally have a Logan stroke Wolverine in his wife beater vest, denim jeans with the more civilian look, with the 6-inch scale motorcycle, which I think we've seen before. It looks very similar to the Ghost Rider. On the side of the packaging we have the image of Wolverine. It's a pretty big box. On the back, the image that was doing the rounds when this was initially announced. Really nice artwork, really nice photographs, really nice touch on the ACBA over there. What I'll do now is I'll crack this open and we'll have a close look at the figure. So here he is, out of the packaging. As you can see, he comes with numerous accessories, interchangeable head, which is the patch head, synonymous with the tuxedo and the comics. In my opinion, it's a really good head sculpt. I've got a bit of excess plastic on there, which I'm going to have to take an X-Acto knife to and sand down. But other than that, really nice head sculpt. It's Logan. I'll put a link in this description below as to why he wears the patch. Pretty interesting story. Wore it for a number of years in the comics. A couple of interchangeable hands, which is what we're seeing more and more now with the Wolverine figures. Obviously, we've got the claws out and the claws in, so that's a really nice little addition. We've got a couple of burlap sacks for the motorcycle. Looks like they just plug into each other. I'll try and do this live on camera. So they plug into each other there. Nice, they actually do feel like a really soft plastic, could be mistaken for a leather. One side plugs into the back here, don't know if you can see. It flips over there and then there's a plug in the top of the bag, so that's how that goes on. The only other piece that you have to actually attach to the bike is the handlebars. But yeah, all in all, the bike's really nice blue. Very, very similar, if not the same, as the Ghost Rider Hellfire cycle. Comes with a nice foot stand as well to obviously stand the bike up. So yeah, really impressive. Onto the figure. Yeah, I really like it. Not too sure on the face. For me, looks more constipated than he does angry. The claws came out on this hand damn near perfect, which is a rarity really for any Wolverine figure. They always seem to come out a little bit like this, so they need to be removed, retooled, reshaped, a bit of hot water, cold water, to ensure we get that look. It's an easy fix, but obviously it's a bit of a pain in the backside. Yeah, so this is Wolverine, aka Logan, in his civilian look. The pants and the boots and the belt buckle, I would say, are all a reuse of the Old Man Logan. The vest is all moulded. As you can see, it's all sculpted. The lines of the vest itself, we've even got creases in the shirt, which is a really nice touch from Hasbro. On the arms, we've got the hairy arms. You know, Wolverine, Logan is a hairy beast. Been a bit hit and miss on the previous figures. Some have had the hairy arms, some haven't. But yeah, all in all, really nice figure. I'll just show you with the head swap. So this is with the patch head. Really like the hair, very comic book-esque. Not one that I'll probably display with, if I'm honest. This isn't how I remember Wolverine from the comics or from the animated TV series. I'm a massive X-Men fan. I think I will be displaying him with the more vintage Wolverine that we got in the brown suit. As it's another red swap, goes on really well. looks a little bit small. He is quite a bulky figure in the shoulder department. I'm not too sure if he's using the same body mould as the classic Wolverines, but for me, this is the better Wolverine head with the 5 o'clock shadow. Just needs a couple of dog tags and a cigar, and yeah, I think he's more or less perfect. So yeah, at first glance he did look a little bit more bulkier in the shoulder and the chest department, and side-by-side comparison with the brown suit Wolverine from the Juggernaut Wave confirms that he is slightly bigger. His shoulders are slightly bulkier. The traps on this Wolverine are a lot more defined, whereas this one here is a bit more bulbous and a bit more round. And then obviously side-on-side comparison, he just does look a little bit thicker all around. So it looks like the Logan on the left to the Wolverine on the right has been in the gym a little bit more, pumping a little bit. Maybe for his next instalment out and about with the X-Men. But yeah, overall I prefer him with this head sculpt. This is the head sculpt that I'm probably going to be using until obviously we do a bit of figure posing, then maybe we use him with the more angrier, constipated look. Could be a couple of funny quips that we could do with Deadpool in a toilet, so I'm looking forward to taking some photographs with that. Getting him onto the bike has probably been the most frustrating part of the figure. Whilst he looks pretty damn good on a head-on shot, the reuse of the bike from the Ghost Rider, who is, I'd say, maybe half an inch taller than the Wolverine stroke Logan figure, basically it just doesn't seem to work. Logan is naturally a smaller character, so when you're actually purchasing him on the actual bike itself, as you can see, his ass doesn't actually fit on the seat. His arms, obviously, we've manipulated them as much as we can in order to make it look natural. You try and pull him back or sit him on his seat, his hands pop off. Whether we could maybe bend the handlebars in a little bit further, just to give him maybe a little bit room with a bit of hot water, cold water. But as you can see, his ass doesn't actually fit on the seat. Having owned a bike previously, and that's probably one of the most important parts of riding a motorcycle, safety. But yeah, if you wanted to get his feet on the pegs, which you can see here, and his arms in line with the handlebars, his ass doesn't fit on the seat. You know, I think all you'd have to do is manipulate the handlebars with a bit of hot water, just by a couple of mil, and his ass should actually be able to fit on the seat perfectly. But at this moment in time, you got to manipulate it, his hands will pop out, or just stay stood up. Yeah, so reuse of parts in this instance hasn't really paid off. We'll try and manipulate the handlebars and see what we can do in terms of getting it a bit more of a flush look. But all in all, I would give this I'd say a 9 out of 10. The figure, actually, I love the figure. It's about time we got the Wolverine in the civilian wife beater vest. The motorbike is a trademark of Wolverine. I think the only thing that was actually missing on the figure was maybe a cigar. Obviously, Hasbro kid friendly, they're never going to include that. But I know there's a lot of customizers out there that could actually knock together a cigar. And dog tags, obviously, with Logan, he's synonymous with his dog tags. So yeah. So here's a side-by-side comparison with an older Wolverine. One of the, I'm not actually too sure where it came from. I think he was one of the legendary Riders Wolverine, and I've actually swapped out his head from I think it was a Weapon X Wolverine. Yeah, so side by side, as you can see, the contrasting whites. This one is a much whiter white vest. This one's a little bit more grubby, a bit more realistic, down to earth. In terms of the height, they're about the same size. We all know that Wolverine is obviously a smaller character. The legs were a lot bulkier, obviously from Tweeber's days. This was probably a must-have for a lot of people that wanted a Wolverine in a civilian clothing attire. But now, obviously, with the new one, I think a lot of people will be clambering out to obviously get one of these sets. The sets are up for pre-order at the moment on the Marvel Legends UK website. That's marvellegendsuk.com. Link in the description below. Don't forget, if you're watching this video and you collect Marvel Legends, head over to Facebook and search Marvel Legends UK. We are one of the biggest Marvel Legends collecting group on Facebook. Just about to approach 1,500 people who are absolute legends in their own rights. They collect avidly the Legends sets, they all pre-order, they talk nothing but Legends. It's a really good community to be a part of. So yeah, I think if you got this far, thank you very much for listening and watching. Here's to the next video. Take care, bye.